getting those on screen capture. Let's have a quick analysis of these commanders again, okay, guys? You probably have heard it all from Carl because you've just come from the Reddit stream, but you know, here's some insight from me. Okay, let's start with the one that I like the most. Mobile Assault Regiment. Okay, first of all, sappers get flamethrowers, right? They can already go up to 5 men. Their Sten guns already are really good. They already beat Pioneers in a 1v1 fight. So giving them flamethrowers is just going to make them absolutely lethal. And if you can put on the advanced repairs with those Royal Engineer guys, they're, you know, imagine you go Churchills, you give them advanced repairs, so they have the Bren guns and flamethrowers. They're going to be the biggest, you know, you can imagine how crazy they are, right? Also, advanced cover combat ability. Don't know how many munitions this costs yet, but Brits already get a big buff from being in cover. This is an even bigger buff. So, you know, they're going to be really difficult to displace. So, you know, they're very good defensively. Infiltration commandos, like Fallschirmjägers, that can drop, you know, behind the enemy lines. That's going to be good. You know, that's cool. You can be really good. But the biggest interesting new unit is the land mattress, which I think the Brits lack. You know, they don't lack any reliable artillery. I mean, they have the mortar emplacement, but it can't move. The land mattress can move around everywhere, which is good. Thank you, enorm member Brain Führer. Thank you very much for the follow, dude. Their base RT is kind of crap. That doesn't do enough damage. So this is going to be a very reliable, you know, unit. So basically, and then you've got vehicle crew repairs, which we've already seen, but that's good for, you know, obviously vehicles. So I think this whole command on the left, the Mobile Assault Regiment. Let me go full screen because you guys can't even see what I'm looking at. Yeah, you'll see a lot of British victory in a second. Well, in the end of the month. So here's the picture. Oh, it's gone. So yeah, this commander here is going to be really good for dealing with infantry and support teams. This is this amazing commander for like killing enemy infantry support teams, right? It's not as good against, you know, it's not a tank, you know, a commander for dealing with enemy tanks, right? So it might be situational choosing this commander. But I think this commander will really help in the early game. You know, the land match is only 5 CPs. That's coming out quite quick. Thank you, Raphael. Thanks for the follow. Okay, now onto the commander I am a bit, oh god, no, about. Advanced Emplacement Regiment. We're going to see the SimCity noobs come back in full force. Right, we're going to see so many people just spamming Bofors and spamming, you know, whatever more emplacements. It's going to be a headache, right? I'm really worried that this is going to make a lot of Axis players rage quit because they don't know how to deal with it in the low levels, but it's... I'm going to give you salty tears. I'm giving you salt. This is like, you know, okay, so infantry sections now have the ability to construct emplacements and repair buildings. So, if you choose this from the off, you could go, you can get a mortar emplacement out straight away, because you wouldn't have to wait for sappers pretty much, right? You could, I mean, you can't build Bofors because you need to tech to it, but you could get it quicker because you don't need sappers. Thank you, Jay Meister, thanks for the follow as well. Meister, I think I pronounced it right. Improved fortifications. Emplacements and forward assemblies will now have access to improved fortifications upgrade. This makes me think, oh god, are they, how much, you know, I don't know how much of a more of a buff this is giving to emplacements. Thanks to Major Bloodknock for following again. Cheers, man. We'll now have access to the improved forward. Yeah, so I'm kind of worried about you know, we're going to see, you know, it was already difficult to try and kill Bofors and more emplacements with their brace. How much more HP is this going to give to these abilities? So I'm pretty worried about that. Thank you, Croc Knight. Thanks for the follow. Advanced Assembly. This seems interesting. This most interesting ability out of this one. Thanks, James His. Thanks for the follow. Forward assemblies will now have access to Advanced Assembly upgrade. Once researched, the assembly will dispatch Royal Engineers to repair. Thank you, Sunny. Thanks for the follow as well, dude. If you're new to the stream, hello. How are you doing? Once researched, the assembly will dispatch Royal Engineers to repair. Okay, forward assemblies will now have access to Advanced Assembly upgrade. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Once researched. So I'm not entirely sure what this is, because I've not played with it. But what I think it is Oh, but thanks for all the follows, guys. Jesus. Too many follows. Stop following. I'm trying to talk. Advanced assembly. Okay, point. So you've got, I think, at the moment you can get by Brenz and Piats from the forward assembly. This one, I think you might be able to buy advanced repairs, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things where they have 3 engineers on the side to go around and repair stuff. So I'm not entirely sure about that, but that's kind of cool. But that's just, that'll be very useful for I mean, if you can get advanced repairs straight away with your sappers, it's going to be very difficult to be able to displace somebody with, who quickly repairs their buildings and stuff. Counter battery, available £25 howitzers and mortar pits will now have access to the counter battery ability. So that's interesting. So the base 25-pounders, will... Do they, I mean, you can't select those units because they're just base replacements. So how do they actually work with that? I mean, will it give your... I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that works. I think Carl might need to explain that, or we'll see how it works, but I'm not sure entirely. Because you can't build 25-pounders. They're just your base replacements, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah, it probably is just a repair station, but if it's somewhere you can upgrade advanced repairs, it's going to be a bit worrying, right? Precision barrage, that's fine. That's the fight ability. It's just like dropping RT or something. Good way to get rid of a truck or 2. Thank you, Chucky Starfish. Yeah, it should be interesting. Be good. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that mattress. I think this mobile assault regiment is going to be a beast of a commander. Because I'm already happy with the AEC and the Cromwell's doing everything for me. I don't need Crocs. I don't need AVREs to pull in any weight. So this mobile assault regiment is going to be fantastic. Bloody brilliant, is in my opinion on that. Anyway, without further ado, let's get some more code games going because everyone's getting bored.